first and foremost, how soon do you see the cannabis industry legalized around the country? Or
Legalized fully or just in Tennessee?
Everywhere, not just in Tennessee, but everywhere. Like just
I think
you can start off with Tennessee, and then you can talk about the rest of the country.
right. Starting off with Tennessee, I would have to say, from what I have been reading in the papers and in the social media and on the internet, we have a pretty good chance this year in Tennessee if the people of this state continues to still stand up for the plant and hold more rallies or just hold more conferences, meet and greets, whatever. But pertaining to full legalization across the country, now that is a different story. I actually believe that they will have it legalized in 2019.
Everywhere?
Yes, and the reason I say that is because, I mean, I'm no expert at all or anything like this, but I helped Ron Paul and Gary Johnson with their presidential presidential runs.
Okay.
And I learned a lot of politics when I was helping them run for president. And I have been listening through the channels, per se, and Donald Trump does not want to lose in 2020. And I have been hearing that he will just go ahead and legalize it fully nationwide and just let the states make their own laws just for him to stay in office and please the people.
Universal?
Yes.
Wow.
Because I've heard from just retired politicians, people that have been in the industry but has retired, and they have said the same thing. They say that it will probably be likely legalized in 2019, just for the main fact that Trump is so, I would say, evil, and he's such a prick in my view that he wants to do anything to try and stay in office.
Man,
yeah.
Okay. My next question is,
okay,
why should Tennessee become a medical cannabis state? And is cannabis not addictive?
Oh, now cannabis is not addictive?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, cannabis I do not think is addictive at all.
I agree with you.
I think the government has manipulated the people for many generations, thinking that it is a gateway drug, because of the fact that if the politicians would get their head out of their butts and
you can say
go,
ass. You can say ass. You get your
okay.
Ass. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, if they can get their head their head out of their asses, and go for a tour with scientists that studies this plant, the representatives and elected officials will see that the compounds in the cannabis plant are natural, and CBD is natural, and it forms in the back of our brain, and we have our own form of cannabis in our body. We was born with cannabis in our DNA. And the damn government has been pretty much, how would I say it? The government has pretty much been making us have withdrawal from this plant because I have read a couple of articles about people that have started to use this plant and started to study all of its compounds, just um, besides the THC compound and the CBD compound.
Mm-hmm.
And they have been looking at all of the different ones like CBD2, CBG, CBD, yeah, just all kinds of different ones. And if you go and look at them and study them, they have their own natural effect in the body.
Yeah.
So the government has just been pretty much
Then playing around.
fucking us. Yeah.
So do you think, so why do you think it should be legalized in Tennessee as a matter?
I think it should be legalized in Tennessee for many reasons. For one, I think it should be legalized just like Colorado. I know I never visited Colorado until late or early this year, but I say that the roads and schools and everything, needed to be updated, of course. And so I think that Tennessee should legalize it to improve roads, schools, bridges, people's health. And I believe that it should also be legalized for tourist attractions, because where we are in the south and in the eastern part of Tennessee, where it's in the Appalachian Mountains, it's so pretty over here. The government can do a lot of things creatively with marijuana if it was legal here. I mean, you could have pot shops near Dollywood, you know what I mean? And have bud bars like in Colorado.
Bud bowls.
Uh,
Bud bowls. You can have all.
yeah. And, there's so many things that they could do to bring Tennessee out of debt, because we are in debt so bad that, I mean, even though that I am disabled and I have to draw a SSI check and I get free insurance, my medicines cost me a little over $75, and that's with insurance. And the other reason why I think it should be legalized, a lot of people heard of the wildfires that happened in eastern Tennessee.
Yeah, I was working.
Next to Knoxville and Cerebral. Yeah. And it would help if they would give some of the money
back
to the people that were affected by the wildfires.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there is so much that the state could do
with the funds
to help the people. And all they want to do is make it legalized and take all of the money that will be made from it and give it to the police department. And that is so wrong, because what's going to happen is more people is going to die if they don't get it legalized, because Tennessee, I think, in my own opinion, and if you look it up, I would say Tennessee's ranked top 5 worst in opiate addiction
and that,
and meth addiction.
That's bringing up my next question right there.
And